Hi guys, nice to have you back here. So as I told you in the previous video, we are making all the recaps again. The fifth game if I'm not wrong, and this was against an international master from France, Stefan Besac. Suddenly I was playing something that I never played in the past. And then I take his knight, and guys, I'm threatening checkmate, but I didn't see that he had queen h2. So let's go and watch it. I'm not gonna lie, I was prepared against what could he potentially do. He did something different. And suddenly I was playing something that I never played in the past against an international master. Yeah, this is the truth. So, let's go. This game starts with e4, c5, knight f3, knight c6, and bishop b5. So guys, Rosalimo opening. I was expecting him to play something that he played most of his life or that he played on this tournament, but I wasn't expecting any new move. So he played e6, which was something I wasn't prepared against. And well, when he does that, I didn't think of many things. Like, I was just saying, okay, I'm white pieces, so what's the worst can happen? Like, to be honest, this game, it was more that's like something that I was going to use to learn. So, well, I decided to castle, and then when he plays knight e7, I assume perhaps he didn't want to come f6 because of e5. I play c4. So, many people came to me after the game, and until the end of the tournament, these people thought that this was preparation. Guys, this move is far from being preparation at all. There is not a bigger lie in the world. This wasn't preparation. This was me saying, okay, let's play sort of Maroxy, don't let him do d5, and that's it. So, no preparation anymore by this moment of the game. So he played knight there, takes, and then d3. So here everything looks pretty normal. Like, I was fine with my position, and actually I felt like I was a bit better for some reason. So g6, bishop g5, bishop g7, and f4. So guys, the f4 move is to avoid like any potential g5 and also to support a potential e5 for myself. So he castles, I developed my knight to d2, he played d6, knight f3, sorry, to attack the pawn. Here we need to stop because apparently knight f3 is not the best move. What the engine suggests, yeah, is of course b4. So here, if I would have comprehended that position better, it makes a lot of sense to play b4 now because my biggest advantage of space, even if it doesn't look like it, but I have more space on the queen side. I have a 3 against 2. And I have a potential break here that's gonna make my 3 against 2 stronger in the future. Also, if I force something like a6, I can just retreat, and then it becomes even better for me just to try to create some trouble there. Regardless, I'm not used to play Rosalimo or these kind of aggressive lines against Sicilian or anything besides the open line against Sicilian. So yeah, it was kind of unknown territory for me, and I didn't want to do it. So yeah, it was kind of, I don't know. I was kind of afraid to do something new, something that maybe I was doing a great plan and all of a sudden I wasn't understanding the position or something like that. So that's why I didn't want to do something new or something very creative. I just tried to play normal chess. And then when he plays e5, I come with c5, and I really thought this move was fine. Because look at it, if he takes over here, he's immediately lost. I take, he takes, I check. He can't block with anything. And then when he moves, I come with knight f5, g5, sorry. And nobody can stop me from coming here. My knight is gonna start to do like a roller coaster, taking everything. Yeah, so he couldn't take with that. He can't leave it there, so what he did is the best. He takes on f4, then I take on d6, and then with bishop f2, I'm about to recover the pawn. He plays g5, so here guys, don't make the mistake. If I take with the bishop, there is an overloaded piece, so he attacks the defender, and then I lose the bishop, so I have to take with the knight. But I check first, and then I take with the knight, and then he plays f5. I moved my knight out of the way because the bishop was attacking my knight. He moves the queen, and then I take the pawn on a7. So guys, this is a critical moment on the game where I took the a7 pawn, and I really thought that I was getting an extra pawn. But he finds something that, according to the engine, is not the most accurate thing in the world, but for me, it was shock. Like, I was shocked in the moment he did it, because I didn't even think of it. I was lucky it wasn't the best, but I didn't even think of it. So he gives up the rook because he thinks he's trapping my bishop. And then when I play queen a4, he plays bishop b7. And here I was kind of already accepting the fact that probably I was going to lose my bishop, so it was going to be a bishop and the knight in exchange of the rook, but I got a pawn, so I was thinking on getting a second pawn, so it was going to be a bishop and the knight in exchange of rook and 2 pawns, but we all know that in practice, even though a rook and 2 pawns are 7 and the knight and the bishop are 6, the knight and the bishop are usually better than the rook and the 2 pawns. Which was the case, actually. This bishop, maybe he is more valuable than a rook right now. So I moved my king out of the way because there were many checks really annoying that were coming here. He takes, I take, and then he takes, and I play bishop e2 because all what I wanted was to get rid of that bishop. So he plays queen a8, we trade, and then he comes with the knight on c8. I come with queen b5. Why did I go there? Because guys, here I can't even retake the pawn because my queen is pinned. So I said, okay, now if he takes any of my pawns, I will just take on g5. And there's a little counterplay. And the bad bishop, well, the good bishop for him, but the bad bishop for me, doesn't exist anymore. The thing is that here he push, so I go and protect my bishop so he can't take with the queen anymore. He takes with the knight, and I find queen d7. Thank you for your claps. Queen d7 maybe is I said to you in the previous game that there was a move that I was the proudest of. Queen d7 is not the move that I'm the proudest of, but is of course the most fun and, I don't know, like exciting move that you could do on a game, especially in time travel, especially with how crazy the game has been. And yeah, so I played queen d7, he took my pawn on b2, and then I take his knight, and guys, I'm threatening checkmate. And I kept the rook in exchange of a bishop, sorry. And yeah, so everything starts to look better. He comes there, and here I blunder, guys, because here I should have done something to get the queen out of the diagonal, but I didn't because I was stressed and nervous, and yeah. So I moved my other rook, but the move was a rook a4. And rook a4 forces the queen to leave the diagonal, and then I can just come and protect my life. This was quite simple to see. If he pushes the pawn, for example, and then if he takes with the rook, then I have checkmate myself. And if he takes with the pawn, yeah, so here I think that I can just play a rook d4 and is threatening checkmate on g7. And this move is so strong actually because there is no way for him to make anything to stop me. Anything, guys. So yeah, this would have been another story in my life. The thing is that I didn't decide to do rook a4, so I came with rook d1. Guys, the game continues. I take, he takes, my king moves to g1, and then bishop there, rook d7, he pushes the pawn, and here I blunder because I take, and I shouldn't take. What I should do is to just let it there and block with my queen first. Now if he takes me, I come to the corner and I'm fine. But I did the opposite. I took first and then I came with my queen. The reason why I'm losing here is because he can just check me and then check me, which I saw this, and then he can pin me. But I thought that against this I had this move, and I'm forcing a rook trade, but I didn't see that he had queen h2. Yeah. And my queen is pinned, and he's gonna take my queen in the next turn. But guys, guess what? He didn't find it. He didn't find it, and what he did when I blocked was to immediately check me, and then he didn't do the rook g8. Nobody saw this. When we finished the game, like, nobody realized again until the arbiters say, like, yeah, you had that. And yeah, like, we both thought that rook d8 was saving everything. So the game becomes better, becomes equal. And here, when he checks me, I have two possibilities. Either blocking here or blocking here. Okay, put yourself in my shoes. Like, if you move the rook that is at the bottom, like, doesn't it give you the feeling that you are creating weaknesses on the back rank? Like, it doesn't matter if they are real or not. I didn't have the time to think if they were real or not. So I just decided to use the top one, even though I knew I could have get pinned. But I thought that queen f3 was fine. Apparently this is not working because he has queen h6 check, and then when I move my king, he can check me once again, and then he ends up pinning me on f8. So again, I didn't see this, he didn't see it either. We were both running out of time. So I blocked with this, but he didn't pin me. And then all of a sudden, I managed to equalize and get a better position on the game, guys. Finally, I am with my extra rook in exchange of a bishop, and the position is fully fine. I organized my rooks until this point, when I decide to play rook h3 and ask for a draw. So the evaluation bar says 0.7 of advantage for me, but he was honest in that moment. Also, look at the clocks. I flipped the clocks already. He was honest with me, and he told me like he didn't know what to do with his bishop, because of course the bishop can't come here because I checkmate. The bishop can't or shouldn't come here because I can pin, I guess. The bishop doesn't have any more spaces in the diagonal. He has to come b2, but then I don't know, I could just start maybe threatening the bishop with my next rook without being afraid of the check, because I can just put my king up and I have the checkmate. So yeah, guys, in this moment I asked for the draw. Of course, if he would have played perfectly after the check, it would have been like a draw eventually, but all the winning chances, all the conditions of the game by now were on my favor, especially the time. Anyways, I was tired. This game lasted like 5 hours, so it was very good. And let's go to see the review. Of course, it's not as high as the other. I think it's 80 something. Yeah, 85 for me, 80 for my opponent. Several great moves for both of us, but of course several misses and mistakes for both of us. So compensation, everything on this life is a balance, guys. Anyways, I really hope you have enjoyed this game. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done it yet, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.